This is Liz.
This is Jade.
And this is Carly.
And we're the Babes, covering all things babies, parenting, and women's issues. We're nowhere near experts, but we hope that you'll feel like you're gabbing with your best friends as we share all of the TMI. And when a topic needs an expert, we promise to bring you the best.
Our podcast is an inclusive, no judgment zone. We welcome all moms, all parents, all caregivers, even those yet to be parents. We're diving into the nitty-gritty of real life, the highs, the lows, the tears, but also the joys and celebrations in this chaotic, beautiful, wouldn't trade it for the world stage.
If you hear a baby, oh, hi, Emmy, or a husband crying in the background during this episode, it probably means we just corked a bottle, poured ourselves a glass of mommy juice, and are hiding inside our closets. Oh, you too? Well, this is episode 12. Welcome to Babes and Babies. Well, hello there, Jade and Emmy and Elizabeth.
Hello.
How are you girls doing today?
We are just fresh off of a nap, and I am highly caffeinated today.
I see that Starbucks you have, and I'm super jealous. I'm just having Keurig right now.
Nice. I made a coffee, and I usually only drink coffee on Sundays, but I needed some today, so I made some.
Why only coffee on Sunday? I don't understand how you survive life.
How do you live?
I don't know. I honestly usually don't like the way that coffee makes me feel, but I crash off of it really hard. But on Sundays, it's like a ritual. I usually just get it when I go to church, and then that's it. And I feel like it's more of like when I'm with my boyfriend, sometimes like I drink coffee, but today, like I needed it. If I drink it every day, honestly, like by 2:00 in the afternoon, like I need a nap and I crash.
The first thing I do when I wake up is I go downstairs, I let the dogs out, and while they're doing their business, I go to my Keurig and I make a coffee. I don't it's like first thing on the list.
Oh yeah. One of my best friends the other day, I was talking to her and she goes, you know, Carly, she has 3 kids. She's like, I've decided that my favorite part of the day is when I wake up and make a cup of coffee, and then when I get in bed at night. I was like, oh my God, I know. I feel the same. It's so exhausting.
I don't even have kids, and I get so excited to go to bed. Like there's times where I'm so excited crawling into bed that I feel like I can't sleep because my excitement's so strong.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I don't really sleep anymore, obviously, but when she goes down, and I finally lay and I just look next to me and she's in the bassinet. I finally lay down. I'm like, this is what life's all about. This moment of relaxation.
How is that going? Is she how's she sleeping at night and stuff like that? Or are you getting used to running on no sleep?
I think I'm getting used to running on no sleep. She has good days and bad days and good nights and bad nights. There's some nights she only wakes up twice and she'll go right back to sleep after she eats. And then there's some days that she just really wants to be awake for hours at a time. I would say it's getting better, but it varies. She likes to keep me on my toes.
We talk about how big she's getting, because it's freaky to me because I was so used to Emerson, and I guess it's just because she was 4 weeks early that developmentally where Bella is right now, I'm amazed. I'm she looks so grown up already.
Oh my gosh, it's so weird. I look at pictures and I'm like, how did this happen so quickly? She's 2 months old yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
She feels super heavy now. And I know it's because she weighed nothing before, but she weighs 10 pounds now. And so she's she's hefty. You know, you hold her up and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, this hurts and it didn't used to hurt. She's growing out of her newborn clothes, which is so sad. It's not she's not too chunky for them. She's too long.
Yeah.
So her feet they're just her toes are crinkled up. So my mom and I went and bought her some 0 to 3 the other day. And it's kind of fun because then I'm like, ooh, new outfits.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I get to see something new today. Look at that.
But you don't have to make an excuse.
Oh yeah. It's necessary.
Yeah.
And I think as she's getting bigger, Carly, she's looking so much more like you.
Thank you.
I saw a picture the other day and I was like, oh my gosh, I see Carly. Because before I did see Evan and I didn't want to say it because I knew that we talked about it. But
Listen,
then
I knew it.
It's because she was still in that old man looking stage.
Right, exactly.
She was
but now she's starting to look like you a lot.
Oh, yay. She definitely has like some of my features, like, yeah, definitely my nose. Yeah. But then she'll be sitting next to Evan and she has so many of Evan's features too. But I do think there is a combo now going on. I'm very, very excited about that.
You said so she's 2 months now. Is everything down there all healed up?
You know what? I'm actually having some issues I might have to call the doctor for. So I've been like bleeding a little bit again. And I don't know if it's because I have like, it doesn't smell as great as it once did. So I think I might be getting an infection, which is common.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to have to go in next week, which is not ideal, but I mean, I get it before it gets bad, right?
Yeah.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah. I know. And I feel bad because, Evan was looking so forward to the sex. And I'm sorry we can't yet. Like, it definitely feels off. It still feels like sometimes it feels pretty sore down there still. And I'm like, okay, we can't mess it up before it gets better. Like, then it's just going to take me longer to heal.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I kind of disappointed him on that front. But one day I'll be all healed up and then I'll get pregnant again and have to go through it again.
Do it all over.
But Jade, can we also talk about how glamorous you are right now and how amazing your hair looks? Like, you have these luscious, long mermaid locks that are insane.
I got the royal treatment. I know. I feel like Rapunzel.
Tell me about your day. I want to live vicariously through you.
So I told you guys that I'm on this like whole mama's getting her groove back kick, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because Emerson is almost 8 months. And I feel like now is the time. Like, they say it takes about 8 to 9 months for your body to go back to what it was, as much as it took for you to carry the baby. And I'm just feeling like I need to, get like mama's back type thing. And so this company called Bombshell Extensions reached out to me and she was like, I'd love to do your hair. We'll fly you out. I was like, yes, please. So, I mean, the extensions that she put in my hair, I feel like a goddess. And they're just they're amazing.
I mean, you look so good. That picture that you sent, but I was dying. All day I was like, oh my gosh, Evan, Jade's going to get her hair done today and she's going to feel so good about herself.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about it. Because it does. Your hair changes everything.
It really does. And I did cut it myself back in like December. Remember when I had, yes.
Yeah, you got frustrated.
I had a moment. And I just, went a little scissor crazy and cut my own hair. And now I feel so much better now that I have long hair again. It's funny.
Gosh, it looks amazing.
So good.
But then I wonder, like, the people that I always have
right
hair. Yeah, but it's like luscious and full. Like, my bun is so weak. My bun is so weak.
Oh, y'all.
But then it makes, like, I saw your photo and your hair looks absolutely amazing. And I'm like, man, I want hair like that. But then I was wondering, like, all the people that I have hair envy of, do they have extensions in? Because, like, does anybody really have real hair like that?
I don't think so. And except for Kayla.
Yeah.
Right.
She has great hair.
But then that makes me feel better about my weak ass hair.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I do, like, since I cut all mine off and took my extensions out, seriously miss long hair.
But yours is so pretty though.
It's so cute.
It's really cute. Like, I look at pictures and I'm like, oh, that looks cute, but I just don't feel like. I think when I am 8 or 9 months like you, Jade, I'll probably get back to being like, okay, I want my hair back. Because I think that's the first real step to, like, I don't know. Or for me, the hair is like the first real step to feeling back to, like, goddess status.
Yeah, and I know it's funny. One of the other girls that was getting their hair done, because there was like 4 of us. She was like, "Oh my God, you look like you need to go home, or you need to go to Victoria's Secret, and you need to buy some lingerie, and you just need to show up on the door doorstep and just surprise your husband. And she's like, my husband's gone in the military right now. So she's like, I'm vicariously living through you and you need to do it. And I did. I felt like a Victoria's Secret.
Did you do it?
Like, no, because I got home like at 2 a.m. in the morning. But
that's perfect, Jade.
No, with a baby on the plane and then getting home at 2 a.m. and it's an hour drive from the airport. I just crashed. Sorry.
No, I get it. I get it. Mom life. All right, guys. Let's take a break to talk about our favorite treat. Fabfitfun is a seasonal subscription box for busy women to discover new brands and products for a life well lived in fashion, beauty, home, fitness, and wellness. It's delivered 4 times a year for just $49.99 a box. But don't worry if you miss the seasonal box, because there are great editor's boxes you can order in between seasons.
You guys, forget flowers. Fabfitfun is all you need to make Mother's Day magical. If you're not sure what to get the woman who gave you or gives you everything, Fabfitfun has you covered. Fabfitfun is basically 12 gifts for the price of one. Get your mom goodies from a variety of categories like health, beauty, fitness, lifestyle, home, all that. I promise she's going to love it. When I get a Fabfitfun box, I cannot wait to see what's inside the box. The excitement of seeing the new items there is just so fun because I'm going to get full-size products, absolutely no samples of anything, and many products. Individual value is more than the entire cost of the box.
I just got my Fabfitfun box and loved it. If you haven't signed up yet, it's not too late. Go use my code to get $10 off your first box. Use our promo code for $10 off the editor's box. That's $39.99 for over $200 value. Go to fabfitfun.com to subscribe and use our code THEBABES. Try FabFitFun today. Go to fabfitfun.com to subscribe and start getting the box for a life well lived. Use promo code THEBABES to get $10 off your first box. That's just $39.99 for products valued over $200. Again, go to fabfitfun.com and use our code THEBABES to get $10 off your first FabFitFun box. Okay, let's get back to it. Did you know that in Native American culture, women carry like their wisdom in their hair? They have like so much. They're very connected to their hair, and that's where they like feel from.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, and they have amazing hair. Oh,
yeah.
Thick.
I don't know, like
shiny.
Too much on it. I feel like I need more statistics before I share, but a friend of mine and I were just like talking about it this last week. So I've been like brushing my hair this week and being like, I'm brushing my wisdom.
Oh my gosh. You know
what?
I was watching this like old movie the other day and there was this lady like sitting on her like it's like an old English movie and she had one of those brushes that are like the old style brushes and she was just sitting like combing her hair, brushing her hair at night before she went to bed. And I was like, why don't we do that anymore? Why don't we sit on our beautiful nightstand with our like beautiful fabrics like on our chairs and all of these things and we just sit there and comb our hair? Why don't we do that? I want to do that. I'm going to start doing that.
You should do that.
Yeah, I feel like we do. I think women, we put ourselves kind of like on the back burner when it comes to self-care. But I know, why don't we like have like the fancy like Victorian mirror and we're like,
yes,
1,
yes,
2,
yes,
just like brushing,
or like Marsha Brady, she even did that too.
Oh yeah. I think the reason why you do that is because it pulls all the oils from your scalp down to your strands and it's supposed to like make your hair healthier. So it's like giving it that natural shine because you're distributing the oil.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
so
much
really
knowledge.
Gonna do it. Now I'm definitely gonna do it. Hey,
you'll learn
Liz,
something new.
Yes. How is your life right now?
Well, okay, 2 things. One, my apartment had to get exterminated because we have cockroaches, and I legit had a cockroach nightmare last night, and I couldn't sleep, and I kept waking up because I felt bugs on me.
Oh my God.
And I have a nice apartment. It's really nice. And me and my roommate pay a decent, pretty penny for it. And she like doesn't even stay here because there's cockroaches here.
Oh my God.
So I come home from work and there's like 4 in my sink. And then I freak out. And then I feel bad because I have to like flush them down the sink. So I'm dealing with that. Besides that, it's great. But then I'm super excited because I just got my first doula client in Chicago. And
awesome.
She's actually due like any day now. So But I'm super excited about that. And I really haven't tried growing my doula business here yet, but I want to. I think it just like took me a while to get settled in and find my groove, but now like I'm wanting to take on clients. So if anybody out there lives in Chicago and you're pregnant, holla at your girl.
Yes.
So I'm excited.
Can I share something with you about the spiritual meaning of cockroaches that I just looked up?
No,
stop
no,
it,
it's good.
Jade.
It's good.
Jade, of course you did. That's so Jade.
Oh man,
I love it.
Can I? Okay. It says, if you see the cockroach cross your path in real life, spiritually, this can indicate that no matter what you've achieved, you will always do well. It says that the cockroach is an amazing animal, and when you start to understand that every one of its aspects holds a meaning. Firstly, if we look at the shape of a cockroach, it is oval. This is quite significant from a spiritual perspective because it indicates rebirth. So I'm trying to spin this for you.
Thank you so much. I understand because I remember I had a snake fall on top of me once, and then I saw 3 other snakes that week, and my friend was like, snakes resemble rebirth as well, and like transformation and all this stuff. I was like, okay, this is just a sign. So I'm going to take my cockroaches every night when I get home. I'll be like, you know what? Rebirth. And I'm going to do well. I'm going to do well at life.
It says that they represent the number 3 too, which is the sign of being free-spirited.
Well,
that's
I'm
true.
actually obsessed with the number 3. I see 333 like everywhere I go, and that's the sign of
cool.
angels as well.
Oh, wow.
Well, there you go. That's why the cockroaches want to hang out with you.
But I still want them gone. Like, I'm going to be like, you know what? Thank you for this symbol and prophetic word over my life, cockroaches.
Oh, my gosh.
But
I had a shark
now.
dream. I had a shark dream last night, and it says, to see a shark in your dream indicates feelings of anger, hostility, fierceness, and ruthlessness. You or someone else is going through an emotional period and can be a threat to people's well-being.
Yes.
You guys, I didn't even know that I was feeling like that. Oh, Harley, my dreams know. What am I angry about?
I legit used to have reoccurring shark dreams probably once a month for years, probably for 10 years.
No way.
But also, Jade, you would get the feeling when you were in a shower, right? Like you'd feel like
there's a shark on you.
No, like because like I remember you saying like sometimes when the water's warm, you would almost feel like blood because you like got killed by a shark before.
Stop.
Yeah, there's something weird about it. But also, this is completely off topic, but someday we can talk about this. When I actually opened up and shared my story of my sexual assault, the dream stopped.
No way.
That is crazy.
Yeah. So
wow, it just freed you.
Yeah. So
that's incredible.
Isn't that crazy?
I want to clap.
I do too. I will.
Yeah.
So we will.
We will.
Wow.
Well, but maybe that's something to definitely look into for people who have gone through that.
But I also think I was like a dolphin or a whale in a past life, and it has something to do with sharks because I still have whale dreams. Like I'm a whale, or I see whales, and yeah, it's weird.
I feel like I was Dory in a past life because I'm super forgetful.
Can't we be cartoon characters?
Gosh,
in past
seriously?
lives?
I mean, Evan will introduce me to people, and then we'll see them out the next week, and I'll be like, "Oh, hi, I'm Carly," and they're like, "Yeah, I know," and I'm like, "Wait, Evan, did I meet them?" And he's like, "Yeah,
no, you're one of those,
I'm
Carly.
Dory.
Those people drive me crazy.
I'm that person. I'm so bad, you guys. It's really bad.
I got to a point with some people where they'd be like, "Oh, hi," and whatever. I'm like, "Yeah, I've met you 12 times," and then I'd like turn around and walk away because I'm so annoyed.
I'm
really good at
specific person you're talking about.
Maybe it's just this one couple that I keep running into that I'm like, wait, what? We've met them? No, that's not true because it happened twice. Dang it. I am that person. I'll try to be better. If you've listened before, you heard us talk about FrameBridge. You know, they make it super easy and affordable to custom frame your favorite things from print and posters to the photos on your phone. But did you also know that a custom frame photo from FrameBridge makes for the perfect Mother's Day gift. It's ridiculously easy. Order in a few minutes and FrameBridge will send you a one-of-a-kind frame picture that your mom will love. That perfect gift for your mom is probably already on your phone.
Yep, here's how it works. You go to framebridge.com, upload a photo to Frame, and they deliver it straight to you, or even better, straight to your mom in time for Mother's Day. The team at FrameBridge will frame your item in days, not weeks or months, and deliver your finished gift ready to hang. Their prices start at $39, and all shipping is free.
Plus, our listeners will get 15% off their first order at framebridge.com when they use our code BABES. When I ordered mine, I got the picture, one of my maternity pictures in Hawaii, and it's a really beautiful picture of me in the ocean and Emerson in my stomach, and I put it in her nursery. You guys, it's a perfect thing for Mother's Day. For anyone you know, order a gift for moms in your life right on your phone. Go to framebridge.com and use promo code BABES. You'll save an additional 15% off your first order. Just go to framebridge.com, promo code BABES. Framebridge.com, promo code BABES. Okay, guys, what's next? So, you guys... Oh, go ahead.
No, you go.
Oh, I was going to say, I feel really bad because we kind of just got into this podcast and didn't introduce who we're even having on yet. So we just kind of got carried away with our girlfriend talk. I'll let you introduce Liz, or if you want to say her name, because I know you've been talking to her over the week.
Jade, I thought we discussed this and you were going to say the name.
I'm saying it. Okay.
Okay, hold on. We have to edit that out.
Leave it in. It's real life.
It's
right?
real
Okay.
life.
Okay.
Who knows?
Sorry.
I told you guys, I'm over caffeinated over here this morning. So I've been following her Instagram for a couple years, and it's just like one of those random things where I don't know if I found her on an explore page and you just connect with somebody and you go to their page and you're like, this is my people. You know what I mean? Like she's such like a positive, just like, I don't know, like positive light in the Instagram world. And her name is Ashley LeMieux, and her Instagram is called The Shine Project. And we'll let her talk about her company, but she has this company that employs inner city youth, and it's such a cool thing that she started. And she kind of started with nothing, and it's grown to be an amazing life-impacting company. But she also has a story to share today about her kids and just what happened in her life. And it's a pretty emotional story that she's going to share, but it's also very powerful. And I hope that everyone listening today can take something away from her story. So I'm actually really excited that she's going to be here with us to talk about it.
Yes, absolutely. She's just so inspirational and just has a heart of gold. And like wants to give back to the world. So, let's bring her on.
Sounds good.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi, guys.
Hi, you look so cute.
Oh, you guys are nice. You all look so cute. Thanks.
We're really not even that nice, though.
I don't believe it.
That's funny. Well, thank you for joining us today. We're super excited to have you on.
Thanks for having me. I've been so excited.
Yeah, I was telling them I've been following, I feel like I randomly started following you on Instagram a couple years ago, and I was just saying how you're such a light on Instagram because it can be such a like dark place when people start comparing themselves, and you're so positive, and I just love what you represent.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
That means a lot to me. I've been following you guys for a really long time, so this is a fun full circle moment.
I love those.
I know. So fun.
Awesome. Well, I know we want to hear a lot from you today. So I guess like we'll just start with kind of where your journey began a little bit. Well, I mean, all of our journeys begin at birth, guys. But where?
Getting real deep there, Liz. Real deep.
Actually, at conception. But where, I guess, like, you're kind of known for the Shine Project, and what kind of inspired you to start that?
Yeah. So the Shine Project started, it's been about 7 years ago now. And this was back before Instagram and Pinterest. This was back when people were using blogger.com as our little way to talk to the world. And I was a senior in college wanting to just make an impact with my life. And so I chose a word that I was going to use to describe my year, and the word that I chose was shine. And I felt like there were so many other women out there in the world that were probably in the same boat as me, just feeling fearful of their future and wanting to accomplish these dreams and goals that we had, but not knowing if we ever really could do it. And so I decided that I would start a blog because my dream has always been to be a writer, and call it the Shine Project, and just create a community and an inspirational and motivational space online for women to be able to come to connect with each other and support each other through our journeys. And during that time, I was also interning at an inner city high school in Phoenix. And when I got that internship, my eyes were just wide open now to these inner city youth that didn't have a lot of resources to take the next step in their lives and were battling so many things, and my heart just broke for them. And so as my blog, The Shine Project, grew, I decided that I was going to use it as a platform to be a voice for these inner city youth. And a year later, that led into me starting a company that started to employ these youth to hand make jewelry that we were selling to the women who were reading my blog, so that we could connect the worlds of the women who were following me and then these inner city youth who I loved, who needed support. And that was about 7 years ago now. So
that is awesome. That's amazing that you were able to take just kind of like your vision and connect it with, you know, things that you were passionate about and like a way to give back, you know?
I think what's also so amazing is, I mean, you are still so young, you know, you're a senior in college. These kids that, you know, you were helping aren't that much younger than you were, you know? And, you know, in college, I feel like sometimes people just use college as a, you know, like a hangout. And instead you were so ahead of your time,
spiritual,
you know,
and wise.
Yeah. And so wise to be like, hey, I'm a senior in college and I want to help the world. You know, that doesn't happen very often.
Well, I knew that in order for, maybe it's kind of selfish, but I knew that in order for me to be happy, I had to help contribute to other people's happiness. And I was trying to figure out, well, what am I going to do after college? Because my dream, again, has been to be a writer. But growing up, it's one of those dreams that people are like, no, you can't. What are you really going to do? You know, that's not really the thing. So I was like, well, what career path am I going to have? And what I wanted, what I knew that was going to fulfill me, I couldn't find anywhere. And my husband and I were newlywed at this time. We were so poor, you guys. I can't even put into words how poor we were. And so starting this company, I remember we graduated and I was like, hey, I'm going to take $300, which at the time was, you know, our food money for the whole month. Right. And I just said, we're going to make something happen. I really believe that this can work. And it's just, we've been going ever since.
It's so amazing. $300. Yeah. I also remember when $300 was like so much money that it was crazy. And then now you're just like so thankful for those moments too. But
yes,
gosh, it's so,
I feel like I'm
beautiful.
Going through those moments.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like in Chicago, broke right now, like going through those moments.
It gets better, Liz. It helps that I married someone that has some money.
But it also gives such a good perspective and I feel like I'm able to relate to people who are struggling in that way so much more because I've been through it and I truly understand the stress and the chaos that it can bring in your life. And yeah, it changes your view. And so I'm thankful for those moments. I'm glad that time period's over, but I'm happy that my husband and I were able to work through it together.
Yeah. Well, I saw like on your website, that you have like a section where like women can like get a packet to help find your passion or to start anything. Like if someone were to go to your website and get one of those, what would be in there for them, I guess?
I've spent a lot of time creating guides based off of what my audience has said that they need help with. And they're all free. And one of my favorite ones that has helped a lot of people is how to find your passion and then how to make money from your passion. And I feel like that's something that a lot of people struggle with, is just feeling unfulfilled and not knowing what to do about it. So if you were to go to my website and download some of these guides, it's an actionable guide that will walk you through really identifying some pain points in your life and then giving you actions so that you can work through them, so that you can get to where you want to be.
That's awesome.
I love that. I think that is so necessary in life right now. Even for me, there's been, being a mom is like you kind of lose yourself in a way. And I'm like, what am I passionate about again? Come on. Where do I find it? I talk about that with my mom all the time. Mom, I've lost my passion. Where is it? I'm passionate about this child, but what about life? And once you find your passion, your life like explodes.
Yes. And I feel we can get stuck sometimes too, because sometimes what we dream of having or doing, it changes throughout our life. And so I feel like sometimes at different stages, you're like, well, I've done this, but it's not fulfilling me the way that it once was. And that's okay. But I think sometimes we get really scared of changing our path, because it is scary. And so just really figuring out how to best use your gifts so that you can be fulfilled and help fulfill people around you. I think that's where the home run happens.
Oh, I totally agree. Can we please talk about the coolest subscription box we discovered called Scentbird? It's so cool because they say they let you date a perfume before you marry it. So you can try a new scent each month and get a variety.
You guys, they have over 450 different scents to choose from, which is a huge selection. And what the coolest part is it comes in these sleek little travel sprays. And Emmy loves it too, as you can tell. She says, Mommy smells so good.
I hate that I get different perfumes and then they literally just sit on my shelf and collect dust, because I have a winter one, but by the time the next winter comes, I want to try a different perfume. Do you guys know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So
yes.
That's why I love Scentbird, because you get to pick different ones and they send you these little bottles that last the perfect amount of time that keeps you smelling fresh all year round.
That's why I always use Scentbird.com. Visit Scentbird.com/babes. Use our code BABES for 50% off. That's only $7.50 for your first month. Free shipping, you guys. SCENTbird.com/babes and use our code BABES for 50% off your first month. Date a perfume before you have to commit to it forever.
Yes.
You shared a lot about like reading through your bio, how important it was for you to share your story just so you could connect with other women who have been through it. And on there you talk about, you have been in a place of fear and you've experienced loss, and you worked with inner city kids and stuff like that. Can you share, I guess, a little bit of of that story and I guess like your background experiencing loss?
So this part of my story is the hard part of my story, and is the part of my story that's just so raw, and I think it will always be. But probably about a year and a half after I started the Shine Project, my husband and I were still pretty young and figuring things out, and I was running my new business, and literally overnight, we became permanent guardians to our children. And at the time, they were 4 and 6 years old. And I just remember I got the phone call, and it came out of the blue. It was not something that we were pursuing or trying to have happen. But I knew that the 4 of us were supposed to be a family. Your mother's intuition, you just know. And I called my husband after I got this phone call, and I said, Mike, here's the situation. What do you think? And I remember, I'll never forget what he said. And what he said was, I don't know how to be a dad, but I'm going to do my best and give these kids my all, and we're going to figure it out. And so
I just got chills.
Yeah. And I think going into parenthood, we all experience that. I have no idea how to do this, but I'm committed, and I'm going to do my best and sacrifice myself to be the best parent, the best mother possible. And so within the week, we had our son and daughter come join our family. And it was so amazing. And being a mom was and is the best thing that ever happened to me. And I just came alive during that time, and my love for my children, it just guides everything that you do. It just was so amazing. So during that time, we were permanent guardians, and we thought forever and always we would be a family. That was just it. We just were a family forever. And we entered into the final phase of our adoption to finalize things. And during that time, our adoption became unexpectedly contested. And we were then thrown into a 2-year court battle from hell, where we were fighting to keep our children, where we were being accused of things that were not true, where we were under constant watch and scrutiny, and we had to be so private about the battle because it was just so delicate. And so no one really knew what was going on. But every day, what was going on in our world was we didn't know if we'd wake up the next day and still have our kids. And it was horrific. But during that time, I just knew that it had to be okay. Like, I think my whole life I prepared for being a mom. I knew at some point I would be a mom, but you don't prepare for being a mom and then losing your children. That's just not something that you prepare for. So in my mind, I just knew that it was going to be okay, and that the trial of our faith would be this court battle, but then we would win, and it would all be worth it. I was out of town. I was out of town for work. I had stopped traveling for work, but I really needed to be at this event. And so I went, and it was the month before the week-long final trial to decide what was going to happen to our family. And this was after almost 2 years. And so we were trying to not let it overcome every aspect of our life. So I just decided, you know what? I'm going to go on this trip. I'm only going to be gone for a couple of days, and it's going to be okay. And while I was away, there was an emergency court hearing that was called. And we were assured everything would be fine and it would be okay that I wasn't there. Well, during that court hearing, it was decided that our children were going to be returned immediately to their biological family. I was in Atlanta, and we were living in Phoenix at the time, and they were not giving me time to get home to say goodbye to the kids. We weren't allowed to tell them what was going on. Sorry, it makes my stomach hurt and talk about it. But I was told that I could write a goodbye letter that would be given to the kids the next day. And so I sat alone in my hotel room that night, and I had to write my 2 kids a goodbye letter. Like, what do you say? What do you say when you say goodbye to your kids? I don't know. And then I FaceTimed them for one last time, but the call didn't last very long because I wanted their last memory of me to be positive, and I wanted them to have their last visual memory of me just to be something where I could be strong for them. And the next morning, my husband had to drop them off at school like nothing was wrong, and that was the last time we ever saw them. So I've been battling the past, it's been 15 months now with this loss of our children. And it's been so difficult, though, because there's no closure. That they're still out there in the world, but they're not with me, and they're not, and we don't have contact, and we don't know how to navigate this. And the pain that has caused so much anxiety and depression into my life that I didn't know it was possible for a human to feel the way I do sometimes and still live through it. And during the time we were fighting for our kids, when no one was really able to know what was going on, I realized that there are so many people in this world who are silently suffering from things, whether it's because they're afraid to talk about it, or because they can't talk about it, or because they just feel alone, or it's just too hard. And after going through that, I just knew that I have to share our story and the hard things that we go through, as well as the good things, but so that people feel less alone, and so that women can know that no matter how hard things get, no matter how dark their night may seem, that they can still shine even in the middle of it, and that there is still joy to be had in life, and there are still good things to be had, and that they can do it. And it's been amazing to me how many women have reached out because they've just needed support, or they've just needed to see someone else in the middle of the crap, but still be able to move forward. I think a lot of times, we hear these motivating stories, which have motivated me so much, but usually it's the stories that motivate us are being told after the huge trial, and after there's this gloriously packaged ending where everything makes sense and something good then happens. And my story just isn't that way, and I don't think that it's ever going to be. And so I feel like it's really important for me to share it as it is and be authentic with as it is, so that other people who are struggling have somebody to look at who they can relate to, and who can give them courage that they can keep going.
I think that, it's definitely very strong of you to be able to share that. And I can't even imagine, that loss. Do you feel like sharing that has aided you, I guess, in your healing?
Sharing has helped because it has given purpose to my pain. When we lost the kids, everything was just so senseless and so confusing, and just so it just devastated and broke us again on just a level I never thought could be physically and emotionally possible to live through. I just kept thinking, how do I make a purpose in this? Because something else that I've been going through is this huge identity crisis of being a mom and then not physically being a mom anymore. And when you're in a mom, it totally changes what you do and who you hang out with and what your days look like, and your sense of purpose. It just totally changed. And so to go from that and then having that be taken away and just be kind of just standing in the world feeling like I didn't fit in anywhere and I no longer had a purpose anywhere. That's how I felt. Being able now to share our story and just try to help other people has given a purpose to our pain that has helped me be able to keep living and moving forward better than if I was just still so alone.
Right.
I missed a little bit because my child's teething and I had to put her in the jumper. It's like my nanny right now, but I want you to know, Ashley, that you forever have impacted your kids' lives and you are forever a mama. So just always know that. I've been on here for 5 seconds and now I'm already getting emotional. But yeah, I just want you to know that for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And through your Shine project too, I mean, you've throughout all of this have still impacted lives, through your volunteer and scholarship program and through the students' lives that you're changing and, helping women find their passion. And I think that that's awesome because it's so easy, even if you feel like you have to disconnect certain parts of your life, in order to keep moving forward, but you've still kept your Shine project alive.
Yeah, it's been hard. It's been so hard. And some days I just want to be like, I'm done and I'm running away and I'm never talking to anybody or doing anything again. But I think that when we give up, that's when adversity wins. And that's when the trials that we go through, that's when it wins. And so the whole time I've just been like, I have to keep doing this because I've already lost so much. And I can't lose everything. I can't lose the other good parts of my life to adversity as well. So it's just been kind of my, I don't know, it's been my fight to keep good things going so that so that there can be some type of redemption in our story.
Yeah. Well, and you guys, this happened in Arizona, but you're in Nashville now, right?
Yeah. So it happened in Arizona. That's where we grew up and lived and raised our kids. But right after we lost them, we knew that in order for us to move forward, we needed a change. And so we were trying to figure out where we were going to go. And we had no family in Nashville. We'd been here a couple of times for work though. And I had actually had a few employees out here for the Shine Project because we started a smaller branch of the Shine Project in Nashville. And we had always loved it when we came and visited. So we're like, you know what? It feels like our next logical step is just to sell everything that we own and move across the country to no family and no nothing and just start fresh. And so we did that. We've been here about 10 months now. We love it so much. We have a Shine Project store in East Nashville, and it's been a really good move for us, but it's been so different because we let go of everything that our life used to be and started fresh out here, but we love it so much.
Yeah. That's a lot of change within a year or within 6 months.
It's a lot of change, but it's been good. And it's also been so weird because now my husband also has his own company that he does full time. So we went from being just so chaotic all the time to now we both work from home. There's just the two of us. We are together 24/7. We've had to relearn our relationship. It's been really crazy, but also really amazing to have it be strengthened in this way. And so I just feel really lucky that this has been able to happen.
Well, for this also to, like you said, strengthen that instead of tear you apart. Because I think a lot of times with loss and just trials in our lives, you either, like you said, if you do give up, then you kind of let those things win, or like you move forward and you do get stronger from it.
I remember.
So that's amazing.
Yeah. When everything was just, we were really in the heat of everything right before we lost the kids. I remember one night I was just sobbing and I just looked at my husband, Mike, and I said, Mike, I don't know if we lose the kids, what I'm going to need or who I'm going to become. I said, I don't know if I'm going to have to run away for a while. I don't know if I'm going to have to be alone. I don't know. And I was so scared of what was going to happen to him and I, and to just everything. And he looked at me and he said, Ashley, no matter what you need and no matter how long you need it, I will be here with you every step of the way.
I just got chills again.
He said that. He said that. Wow. And I was like, we're going to be fine. And so I think we've gotten stronger though, because of who my husband is. I can't take any credit for it, but I just feel so blessed to have him. I couldn't.
Yeah. That's amazing. So if somebody wants to, I guess, support your Shine Project or volunteer, get involved in any way, what would that look like?
Yeah, so our website online is theshineproject.com, and there's a whole bunch of different free guides on there. All of our product line is on there as well, so you can go and support the students that we employ through purchasing jewelry or shirts or the other accessories that we sell.
And it's really cute. I looked on there.
So
you guys
cute.
have such cute stuff.
Thank you. And if you're in Nashville, you can come visit our brick and mortar store over in East Nashville. That's always really fun.
Speaking of, I live in Nashville.
I know, Carly.
I know. I have to come out. Maybe we could.
Yes.
Maybe we could do like an event in your store or something.
So down. That would be so fun.
Let's do it. That would be amazing.
Do it.
That'd be a lot
Let's do it.
Also, we need to go out and have coffee or wine or something.
Down for all of the things.
Sounds great.
Sounds great. Oh.
I know. Jade actually moved here with me, but then she abandoned me.
Jade,
I
you
did.
need to come.
I love Nashville, but it was at the time after the show, and Tanner and I were secretly engaged, and I was like, I don't want to rush into these things. I'm still going to move to Nashville with Carly. I'm going to I don't want to just dive 100% in, and just in case. And then every weekend I was in Kansas City seeing Tanner, and I was like, dang it. And so
we actually moved to East Nashville.
You did?
But in the ghetto.
Yeah.
We lived in a scary little place. Yeah.
Are you from here, Carly?
No, I'm from Dallas, but I mean, Jade and I also did the same thing. We sold everything we had and just kind of wanted a change, and then I stayed and she left, and obviously Evan lived here. Yeah, Jade left me. But yeah, I mean, I honestly think Nashville is one of those places to me that when I showed up, the energy of the city and the beauty of this place, I was like, this is home to me. And I would drive around the neighborhoods and be like, I know that I'm going to be here with a husband one day. I just knew it. And that's why I never even moved back to Dallas. Because I was like, I know that I'm going to find him here. And then the fact that Evan already lived here was obviously my mom's
so
dream
crazy.
for me.
But
That's so
I
cool.
feel like I was
Just led here, and I missed Jade, but she obviously ended up in the right place too. But I want her back and to be my neighbor.
We still need to be neighbors. We're all going to make it work someday. Well, we wanted to let you know too, because we're just so inspired and moved by you, that on the Babes and Babies podcast, we are wanting to use this platform to make a difference, and we want to make a donation to the Shine Project. So we're going to be doing that today too.
That is so sweet. I was not expecting that at all. Thank you so much.
Yeah. We wanted to surprise you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Carly, you should come down and meet the students sometime too.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. Yeah, and we need to exchange numbers. And I mean, all I do right now is take care of a baby, so a baby can come meet the world.
Yes,
she needs adventures.
She's so precious. She can come be the little store mascot or something.
Oh yeah, she'll love it. She does take really cute photos. She makes every photo better.
Thanks, guys. That means a lot. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, so if there's anybody in Nashville, can people volunteer from other places, I guess, besides Nashville? Or
Nashville and Phoenix are the spots where we have physical locations. Something, though, that if you do want to volunteer, even just doing little things and you can reach out through our website, but even little things like writing notes of encouragement to our students. They're all first-generation college students who are really breaking the cycle and who are doing amazing things in their lives and working through just the hard things that life have thrown against them. And a lot of times just something as small as writing a note of encouragement that we can give to the students to let them know that they're seen and that they have people cheering them on can go so far you don't even know. So
amazing.
That's awesome. If we wanted to write notes, is there a place on your website that says where to send that?
Yeah. Our Phoenix address, that's where our headquarters are. And that address is on our website. And so they can all be sent there.
Amazing.
Very awesome.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm just grateful, for amazing, strong women like you who help cheerlead other women on and could give me, this platform to share my story as well. So thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. And guys, if you want to check out more of her, like she said, her website is The Shine Project. And that's also your Instagram, correct?
It's also my Instagram, yes.
Okay.
Amazing.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Ashley.
Thank you.
Bye.
And
I'll
definitely stop by.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk to you guys soon.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, that was incredible. Wow. That is one of the strongest women that there ever was.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. I was trying very hard not to cry, but you could just tell her heart is like so big, you know, and to, like she said, to have your identity like change, you know, you go from like being a mom to not being a mom to moving to a new city and like all that craziness and the fact that she's still like going and doing the Shine Project. Like, I feel like I'm inspired because like I haven't even gone through the losses she has, and I have little things that make me want to give up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
make me want to be like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
I'm going to quit.
I think that's the purpose of her sharing her story is no matter how much pain you're going through or you're trying to go through, that you can get through it, and to use it, you know, as a tool. And it's okay to have the down days, but to, you know, because we're not perfect. Some days you're not even going to want to get dressed when you're going through those kind of things, you know, but she's just an amazing person that's using her story for the positive, which I think is amazing.
Yeah. We all need to be more like that. I think just having people on that are so motivational, like I need to personally be like, okay, I need to feel this feeling right now every single day. You know, even like she was saying, the little things that you can do, like writing notes, you know, we can do that for everybody. You know, even if I used to write like Evan little notes and stick them, you know, on the mirror. Like, we should still be doing that even for the people closest to us, for the people furthest from us. We need to start adding that into our everyday lives, you know, because it's the little things. Obviously, she's making a huge impact in big things. She's sending people to college. I mean, that is crazy. This girl can do wonders. She is doing wonders. Yeah. But it is like, you know, start small, and those small things end up being big things. The $300 that you spend on jewelry ends up sending people to college. Like,
I think that the thing that like I've heard this before, like so many people, they think, well, I can't do this huge thing. So they feel like they can't take, like, if you can't help 100 people, like, why help one person? But like, even just helping one person, like, you don't know what that's going to change. By helping one person, that person may help 100 people.
100%. You know, pay it forward.
You know.
Yeah.
Right. But people, I think they see the big picture and they're like, well, what can I do? And it's like, you can do one small thing, like you said, Carly.
Right.
And change the world.
Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing.
When oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, you go, Jade. I've been talking a lot.
What I love about this episode is it shines a different light on, I know we talk a lot about babies, but it's a different angle of motherhood. And I hope it relates to some people out there as well, because we haven't really shared something like this yet. So if you guys out there listening enjoyed today's podcast, let us know your feedback, because I'd love to get different. I just feel like the storytelling can be so powerful. And if you want us to get different women with different stories on, let us know if you have anybody in mind, because obviously we're all touched today. And if
I'm inspired.
Yeah. And it's just such a powerful story. So if you guys have anyone else out there, let us know.
Absolutely. And if you would like to find us, head over to our Facebook group, Babes and Babies. You can also find us on our Instagram. Mine is Carly Wad.
Mine is Jade Liz Roper.
Mine is East Sandos.
Yeah. And that's it for this week, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. And I think we'll just see you next week.
I challenge everyone this week to do one small thing, because that one small thing can make a huge difference and make a big thing one day. That's your challenge this week.
Absolutely.
And then let us know maybe what you did, and if it did make a difference today, or maybe it'll make a difference in 5 years.
Amen to that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good week. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
This podcast is brought to you by Wave Podcast Network. Check out all of our shows, including the Brain Candy Podcast, I Don't Get It, Babes and Babies, Coffee Convos, and Let's Talk About It.